Good morning, everybody. Just a quick reminder to buy local. It's very important, especially nowadays with everything that's happening around in the world. Let's keep it in-house. This morning's topic, we just wanted to take a look into our marketing for the past year and how we've done and what our plans are going forward. I'm Kaela Wilson. I'm the National Marketing Manager for IOPSA. And if you've got any questions after this presentation that aren't answered, I'm happy for you to pop me an email after the webinar. So the first stat that I just wanted to show is our Facebook reach. So we have social media on different platforms, but Facebook is definitely our best one. Over the past year, our Facebook reach has increased by 240%, which is an amazing statistic, which means that consumers and plumbers alike are seeing the things that we are posting, and we are building that brand awareness, not only for our members, but for the industry. Then we have our Facebook follows, which is 46% has gone up, and our Facebook likes, 26.3%. So across the board, our social media platforms, or Facebook in particular, has grown. The next statistic we're going to look at is going to be all our social media in general. So we've got the LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. Our LinkedIn has gone up 85.3%, Twitter has gone up by 9%, and Instagram has gone up by 38.5%. So across the board, our social media has increased, which is quite a nice thing to see, especially in today's times and with what we've gone through with COVID and trying to get back to normality. It's quite cool to see that the interest in our industry has just gone up astronomically. Then I just wanted to have a look at some of our websites that we've done. So if you have a look at our Google searches, these are statistics that we have a look at on a weekly basis. And this is people who are searching for our IOPSA, or they are searching for our IOPSA members, or they are searching for something to do with the plumbing industry and come across our IOPSA. So our Google searches has gone up by 183.5% from March to February. You'll see that we had 1,384 people searching for us on a weekly basis, and it has jumped to 3,924 people looking at us on a weekly basis. This specific statistic was due to an ad campaign that we ran in certain regions where we did radio adverts, but I will go through that in a little bit more detail as we get there. Then this is a very important one, our Find a Plumber website. So when you are a member of IOPSA, we automatically load you and your details on our Find a Plumber platform. So if you have a look at these statistics here, which is up 59%, you'll see these are actually, it's not the amount of people going to the website, it is the amount of consumers going onto our website and actually clicking and calling an IOPSA member. So this is live jobs that are happening across the country. Consumers looking for plumbers in their areas, and they're actually finding our IOPSA members. So before we ran our ad campaign, we had 3,896 consumers click and call through to one of our members, a whole bunch of different ones, versus 6,214 after we ran the ad campaign. This Find a Plumber is very, very important to you because this links to jobs. It's a direct benefit because it increases your awareness to consumers, and consumers are looking for plumbers in the area. So I just wanted to take a little bit of time in regards to the Find a Plumber section. We've had a Business 101 webinar before where we have asked our members to claim their listing on our website. So when you claim your listing, you are then able to, so you log in and you sign up and you claim your own listing. Because at the moment, all it is your company name, your contact details, and the services that you offer. Whereas if you claim your listing, you're then able to add things such as additional services. You can add images, you can add your logo, which then makes it a lot more exciting for consumers when they see you. So as a consumer, they will obviously pick the one that looks a bit more professional. So if you've got the stock standard claim your listing on our system, which you automatically get as a member, versus the member who has claimed their listing and added their logo and added some images of their work and things like that, that member who's claimed their listing will obviously stand out more to the consumer than the plumber who hasn't. So I just want to encourage everybody to please just claim their listings. It's very important to do so. It will definitely increase your call throughs. Then the next statistic we're having a look at is our YouTube channel. So we've been working on this YouTube channel, and I know that quite a few of you have been able to actually see them because you then take these webinars and you watch them on a YouTube platform or through the LMS system after the webinars have happened. So our YouTube subscribers have increased from last year to this year by 140%. So we used to have 771 subscribers. We now have 1,853. Now keep in mind that these statistics were run on the 17th of February. So most likely that number has already increased. Then we have a look at our YouTube views. We've increased dramatically by 280%. And the reason for that is because we have been running adverts on YouTube. So we are targeting it specifically to consumers with a certain key analytics behind them. So homeowners, maybe people looking to do renovations, things like that. And we target our YouTube adverts to them. And we specifically communicate the use of our IOPSA members and the importance of using an IOPSA member to our consumers. Then I just wanted to take a look and have a look at the achievements that we've achieved in the past year. There's three key ones that we achieved. Our IOPSA membership welcome boxes it was a dream that we were trying to achieve for many years in a row. And last year was the first year we were able to achieve it. So the concept behind the welcome box is that when you become a member, this welcome box gets built up for you, and there's things in there such as your membership certificate, your contact details for IOPSA and the different regions, your regional chairpersons, the national office in each department. There's some promotional goodies in there from ourselves and the suppliers. And we've actually found that this brings so much excitement and it actually makes members proud when they receive their box. So we will be continuing with this year. So if you do join IOPSA this year, you will be receiving your very own membership welcome box. The second key achievement was a very big one for the industry. So I'm being in my career, I have Googled female plumber for Imagery a lot of times. And it's quite scary to see the images that come out, because it's very sexualized or it's consumer related. So if you look for female plumber, then you'll see a female consumer in distress when it comes to plumbing. So we as IOPSA decided that we've had enough of that and we need to get some more female inclusive imagery out into the industry. So we did a photo shoot in Women's Month where we took a whole bunch of ladies, and we, majority of them also are actual plumbers. We took a whole bunch of them and we did a photo shoot at Blue Lever College. And these images are now available to key stakeholders in the industry as well. So we're going to start changing the narrative of plumbing in our country. We want it to be more inclusive because our industry is very dynamic. It's very different. We do have female plumbers. We do have Black plumbers. We do have Asian plumbers. We've got white plumbers. We've male and female, male and female alike. And we need our imagery to represent that. So this was a big one for us. And we're going to be building our library of stock images for our industry. Next, we ran radio adverts in these 5 different radio stations. At the end of December, in February, we ran these adverts. And I just wanted to play for you, in case you haven't heard it yet, I just wanted to play the advert for you so that you could have a listen to it and hopefully give us some great feedback.
Are you struggling to find a reliable, qualified and licensed plumber? IOPSA, Institute of Plumbing South Africa, is a non-profit membership organization for plumbing companies. Founded over 30 years ago by the plumbing industry for the plumbing industry, their focus is on providing quality tradespersons from reputable plumbing businesses. IOPSA also provides mediation services between the consumer and member. So, if you're looking for qualified and licensed plumbers from vetted companies, visit our website www.iopsa.org to find a registered plumber near you. IOPSA, quality plumbing down to the last drop.
Okay, so that was our radio advert that we ran. I hope that everybody was able to hear that. We have an English and an Afrikaans version of that advert, which ran across these different stations. And the analytics, as you saw previously in regards to our YouTube and our Find a Plumber, our statistics skyrocketed after we had. In regards to the regions that we did the radio adverts in, we did them nationally in Gauteng, Eastern Cape, Southern Cape, and our border regions. So you will see that KZN and Western Cape and Free State were not included in these radio adverts, and thus Eastern Cape website analytics actually knocked Southern Cape and KZN down. The reason again for that is the consumer awareness. So because we had put it out quite broadly, the Eastern Cape region managed to get more consumers looking at IOPSA, more consumers looking for members in their area, as opposed to the other regions. Then just a quick look into our IOPSA 2022. We will be doing 2 focus areas. The first one is membership and the second one is consumer. So our membership focus is broken down into separate categories, as is our consumer area. So this is what we're going to be doing in 2022. So I'm going to start at the bottom for membership. We're going to be continuing with our welcome box. We're going to be focusing our social media on membership and plumbers. We have a partnership with Content Engine, who writes technical articles for us, which then again also go into our Plumbing Africa magazine. And then the very big one for this year is the Plumbing Indaba. So we will be holding a conference in July in partnership with PRB, and it will be a plumbing conference. This is going to be solution-driven conference, and it's going to also include events such as the annual awards and the fight nights, and a few AGMs. But the core of the conference is that we're going to be discussing key topics, and we want plumbers' opinions. We want your voice heard. We want you to be there and be involved, because we want to come out of our conference with either solutions to issues in the industry, or issues in the industry have to be noted, and who's going to take responsibility for working on those. So we really want it to be solution driven. More information is going to be coming out quite soon about this. So keep an eye out for that on all our social media platforms. And if you're a member, we'll be sending it to you directly as well. Then we're still focusing on consumers. We will be running radio adverts again. We've changed it. We're going to be doing radio adverts once a month. So whereas we just did it for 2 weeks, and already our analytics spiked. However, we want to maintain that. We want to maintain that awareness for consumers. So we're going to be running radio adverts again, one every month, until next year. We're going to be doing some work on our Find a Plumber system, where we want to just make it more user-friendly and work on ranking. We're going to continue doing Caxton adverts or advertorials for consumers. And then we're also going to be doing digital advertising. So when I say digital advertising, think of when you're on News 24 and there's that advert on the side that seems very specific to you. You were looking at these specific tools on Google just a day ago, and now all of a sudden you've got the advert in front of you. So we will be doing adverts like that with consumers in mind, promoting the importance of using qualified plumbers and preferably our IOPSA members. Are there any questions?
Thank you very much. There aren't any questions currently. Is there anything you'd like to add, Steve?
Morning, everyone. Morning, Kaela again, and to Byron, thanks very much. Yeah, I think the key thing for me is that, Kaela went through this when we had our sort of workshop up in Joburg. And I think even for me, the amount of work that's being done behind the scenes in terms of marketing, the professionalism of IOPSA is phenomenal. I think some of the adverts that have gone out, we shared them at some of our meetings that we've been to, is how much work is actually being done by IOPSA in terms of creating that awareness for members. And I think in my last 2 regional visits, both KZN, East London, and to a certain extent sometimes down the Cape, is that the companies or the plumber, is not taking those opportunities. So I think for me, if anything to those in attendance today, is to go and have a look at this. I think, seeing Kaela or listening to Kaela, put this thing together, but the visualization of actually seeing what's on that site, how it is improving in terms of service calls, to plumbers, which is factual. I mean, these stats are there, they're real. So I think I would like just to encourage everybody to go and take some time, go and have a look, see what's there. If you haven't claimed your listing, get it in there, because again, as the ads are going out, you're not going to be a part of that. We had that same explanation down in East London, where the guy said, well, nobody phoned me. Well, they're not going to phone you if you haven't taken the time to actually go and to claim your listing, get your details in there. So I would encourage everybody to just go and have a look. Go and look at our YouTube page. I don't look at it as often as I should, but again, it's just every time I'm going to have a look at it, I'm more amazed at what's actually being done, the comments that are coming through, the hard work that's being done, by the team, and the direction given by Brendan and Kaela in terms of this. So there's a big wow factor out there for everybody to be able to just go and have a look. And, you know, when people say, what value does IOPSA bring? Well, I think the key thing is it'll show you, you know, in terms of how the coverage is, the advertising, what's going on. So I'm really encouraged by what the team have done and what they are continuously doing. So I think for anybody that's out there is just really take 5 minutes, go and have a look, and then, you know, see where it is and how it's going to benefit you. Kaela, I think back to you and to Byron, but I think
Thank you. Thank you, Steve. And just to add on to what Steve has mentioned, some of us are on social media platforms, some of us are not. But if you are, I really would like to encourage you to get involved with our social media pages. Even if you see a post and you just like it, that increases our reach to consumers. Because then that shows to your friends on your profiles that you have liked that post. And it just increases the awareness to consumers and friends and just people in general that IOPSA exists and IOPSA plumbers are qualified, and we want to promote the use of our members, and obviously you want to promote the use of yourselves and your own businesses. I want to reiterate that using the IOPSA logo, as our members are now aware, with our renewal, we will be using the Privy Seal system, and that's with your membership certificate. Use that logo that you have been given from Privy Seal, because the IOPSA logo has power behind it. So if you are an IOPSA member, use your logo on your social media platforms, use it on your letterhead, use it on your website, because it's only a benefit to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We do have a question here when someone is asking, how does it work if you're registered with PIRB?
Kaela, I'll jump in on that one. I think, Pascal, thanks very much for that info. So again, being registered with the PIRB is not being a member of IOPSA. So, you know, one, being registered as an individual, but if the company that you're working for, or your own company for that matter, it is one of those benefits of being an IOPSA member in terms of creating that awareness out there. So unfortunately, if a company was not a member of IOPSA, then obviously these benefits would not be in play in terms of a company that's not a member, or for that matter, being a registered individual as yourself with PIRB. So the benefits are there solely for the members.
Thank you very much. There don't seem to be any other questions. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this morning, and have a blessed week.